Welcome to Daisha Breedlove Presents. Now, for those of you that are new to the show, every week I like to touch base on inspirational topics with inspirational people who can help make your life a better one. So, my guest today is an actor by the name of Victor Brew, and we're going to meet him and hear all about his journey here in Hollywood. So, Vic, nice to meet you.
Hey, thank you for having me. Appreciate
Yes, thank you for coming. It's been long overdue.
I know.
Last time I seen Vic, we were working on a movie actually. So we've been doing a bunch of stuff. But thanks again for coming. Okay, so you are originally from Ghana, but you moved here from Virginia.
Right.
How long have you been here in LA?
I've been in LA about two and a half years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So when was it that you realized you wanted to move to Hollywood and become an actor?
Man, I was working this corporate job, 9 to 5, and it just felt very mundane and repetitive. And I was like, you know what? It's time for me to just do what I want to do. And I feel like I had made my mom proud, got my master's degree, and I said, you know what? I'm going to move to LA and chase my dreams. And so.
Amazing. Oh, so you worked in corporate before?
I did.
Nice. Corporate doing what?
Software.
Wow, that's surprising. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So when did you realize that you wanted to go in the entertainment industry?
I've always wanted to go into entertainment. I had been modeling for 5 to 7 years, and I, saw the progression from modeling to doing commercials, and then from commercials to doing like real TV acting. And so, I feel like it was just kind of like a premeditated plan that I was just kind of
slowly aiming towards.
Exactly, to execute, and I finally did it, and here I am. So.
Amazing. So were you doing that in Ghana so they have acting in Ghana?
No. So in Ghana, I was just living there with my family and just going to school. And, I moved to America when I was like 11.
Okay.
And went to school in Virginia, did the whole thing, was an athlete for a little bit, got my education, did the corporate thing. And then from then on, it's like, it's time. But throughout that time, throughout my childhood, I had always just been a creative and always wanted to like dance and sing. And, Chris Brown was one of my biggest role models, and just like watching the TV and seeing all those
He's like that's gonna be me one day.
I want to be that person.
Amazing. So in VA, you were doing corporate, no entertainment whatsoever.
Modeling.
Modeling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And how was that?
It was cool. I did some pretty big campaigns. One of my clients, they're still sending me money every year to use my content. So it was cool, but I never got to speak, or use my voice. And so I figured, let me get into TV and film, or let me get into commercials, and I'll get to actually really, be creative versus just standing there and looking cute. So.
Amazing. So was it like a big culture shock coming from Ghana to the States when you first moved here?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I remember when I first moved here, I would eat with my hands. People would think that was weird.
Wow.
We have these different types of outfits. They're like, I don't want to say they're like man skirts, but they're called like kente cloths. And sometimes I'd wear that to school, and people just didn't really understand. But that was back then when being an African was weird. I feel like these days everyone's more embracing.
Yeah, everybody's embracing.
Everyone wants to be African now.
Everybody wants to be African now, especially with like WizKid and like DeVito and all the like popular artists that are going. It's like a cool thing to do,
right?
Especially living here in LA. Everybody's embracing like the different culture shocks and stuff. So I'm sure that works to your advantage at times. That's cool. Okay, so my next question is, was your family supportive of your acting career when you originally told them? Because in this industry, there's a lot of highs and there's also a lot of lows, so having a big support system is really important.
Very important.
So how did your family react when you said you don't want to be in corporate anymore, you want to now go to the industry?
Well, they're like, if you fail, don't come back home because we're not going to pick you up.
Oh, really? I was like, oh, wow.
African parents are a little bit tougher.
Yeah,
I would say that they just want they want the best for us, and they want to make sure that we have something that sustains throughout our lifetimes so that we don't have to rely on them when they pass and stuff. And so she was like, as long as you prepared for it, and she being my mom, as long as you prepared for it and, gave yourself some runway and have a plan for what you're trying to do, then I support it. But, just...
Yeah.
Be careful. So.
But you would say she originally wanted you to stay in the corporate world.
100%.
Even
the job that I had in corporate, it was software. I did a little bit of like coding and stuff, but it was more so sales. And so she even thought that type of work was like not that consistent, because sales is ups and downs, just like entertainment. And so she wanted me to find something that was like
Guaranteed.
guaranteed. You know?
Yeah. Especially, I feel like in that generation too, because we live in a more creative world than our parents. So like they're used to everything's guaranteed versus like now, if we have dreams, we're actually going after it, you know? So it's something that they're still, I feel like, trying to get used to.
Times change.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, that's cool. So my next question is, following that up, why would you say that that's a big thing in the African community? Like the parents are so strict and they want you to kind of just stay. They want you to basically do what they want you to do, you know, because that's something that I heard a couple of times.
Yeah, it's tough. I would say it's mainly because of just the fact that, you know, it's so hard to be successful in America in general. And so they came from the motherland and they had to sacrifice so much, you know, family, opportunities, whatever it is, to just be able to leave Africa and come to the States and, you know, be who they are today. You know, my parents, I feel like they successfully were able to come here and start a family and raise us, and we're all grown and graduated from college. And, you know, to them, they feel like they succeeded. And so they just want the same, you know, they want us to have the same work ethic and, you know, just thrive the way they did. So.
Yeah, and kudos to you for doing that because at least you have your degree to fall back on, you know? Exactly. A lot of people don't even have that. So worst come to worst, you can do that as well. Right. So that's awesome. Okay, so Vic, you have worked on some major networks. We're not going to say the names, but he's worked on some major networks. Tell us what that first experience was like when you worked on your major network, and you like, were you feeling like, oh, I made it, or this was like a dream come true, or like, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because I feel like before you get there, you know, you're always saying like, man, I'm good enough, I'm good enough, I'm good enough. Like, give me the opportunity, like I deserve this. And then when you get there, you're like, shit, I wonder if I'm good enough. Like I'm scared, I'm nervous. Like, you know, like I don't want to screw up and then ruin this for forever. And so it's a lot of nerves. But I feel like once you get there and you like just open up and just meet everybody and be yourself, it's chill. You know, everybody's there to do work, support you. And yeah, it felt really relaxing to be on there and get to do what I love and get that opportunity.
Nice. How are your parents? Were they cheering you on?
They're like, well, how much is it paying you?
They're still like, okay, how much is it paying you? Even though to you it's like, okay, I'm going somewhere, but they're still like, okay, well.
I'm like, just wait, just give me some time. You'll see the vision.
Exactly. So. That's amazing. So like, when you met your first celebrity or worked with your first celebrity, what was that experience like?
You know, I mean, they're just regular people too. You know, they have hopes and dreams just like we do. They have aspirations. They get nervous. They get excited. And so I just treat them like, you know, normal people. And I just introduce myself, tell them where I'm from, and tell them what I'm trying to accomplish. And then they tell me what they've accomplished. And, you know, we just jive that way. Now, if it was somebody like, I don't know, Beyonce, then I might, you know, start freaking out.
I feel like we all have our celebrity crush or celebrity where we're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is real. But
like
here in LA, it's pretty common because we're surrounded by these people every single day, you know? So it's like the first time it's a big deal, but then it's like, wow, they're actually human just like us, you know? Like you said, they make mistakes and everything, and even audition still too, you know?
Exactly.
So that's amazing. Okay, so my next question is, what would you say motivates you every day to keep going? Because again, in this industry, there's a lot of high moments and there's also a lot of low moments. So what would you say keeps Vic getting out the bed every single day?
I just feel like it's just the freedom to be able to create and just, you know, tell stories that, you know, help move people. It's almost like therapy, you know, like I watch TV and I watch certain shows and movies, and it just takes me to a different place, and it just puts me in like my nirvana, you know, my happy place. And I want to do the same thing for other people. So that's why I stay motivated. You know, we're in a strike right now. We're not able to work the way we want to, but it doesn't stop our creativity. You know, you can still write, you can still produce, you can still get your friends together and create projects, you know, YouTube, whatever, you know, it shouldn't stop you. So.
Nice. That was my next question. How are you maintaining and staying active during this whole strike thing? Because for those who don't know, SAG is in the middle of a strike here, and all the actors are pretty much on standstill. So how would you say you're maintaining that and keeping the faith and staying, you know, consistent and just keeping, you know, your creative mind sharp?
Yeah, I would say writing, just thinking of stories to create, to tell, hitting up my friends and saying, hey, like, let's do something. Let's put a project together. You know, let's just do it for fun, just because we love it. You know, it doesn't always have to be about money.
Exactly. And when
yeah.
they say when you do what you love, you know the money follows. You know, but you got to start with that passion, and then everything will go from there.
Right.
That's amazing. Okay, so next question. Speaking of celebrities, we're gonna go back to that. If Vic could work with any celebrity, who would that be and why?
Tough question. I think ideally it would be someone like, I don't know, Jamie Foxx or Denzel, just because they are like people that truly, truly, truly love what they do.
Yeah.
And they've taken it to the next level. Like Jamie, he's just an entertainer. You know, he's a comedian, he's a singer, he's a dancer. He loves all of it, and he puts his whole heart into all of it, and that's why we all love him, because we see it.
Exactly.
And it resonates with us. And same thing with Denzel. Like the deepness that he puts into his scenes and the characters that he portrays is just like so raw, you know, and we just love to watch and see it. And I would just love to work with them and hope that some of their wisdom and just drive just rubs off on me, you know, and it just makes me better and grow. So
amazing. Yeah, Jamie Foxx is, hopefully he's doing well. But yeah, he's definitely a likable person. Everybody loves him. And I guess you're right. It's because we see that passion that he puts into everything that he does.
Exactly.
Amazing. So what kind of actor would you say you are, Victor? Like what category would you say you fall into?
It's tough. You know, I'm still figuring it out on a daily basis, to be honest. I think that I'm well-rounded and I can do a lot of different things, but I'm trying to find my sweet spot. You know?
Yeah.
And so with that said, I don't know. I'm not sure.
You're pretty open. Yeah.
Pretty open. I mean, I have action footage. You know, I have comedic footage. You know, I have that typical. I would say my most castable type is like me playing like the romantic husband or love interest or whatever. You know, easy peasy, whatever.
Yeah, definitely. I could see that.
Right.
Okay, perfect. So we're coming up to a close, but another question really quick as we finish up our last couple of shots. What is one fact that people would not know about Vic by looking at you, or unless you shared it?
I would say people don't know that I can speak Spanish.
Oh yeah, you actually surprised me with that when we were on the movie set. I was like, "Oh, is he speaking in Spanish?" So you're completely fluent in Spanish.
I would say I'm like 70-75%. You know, I still do my Duolingo every day. I'm at a 182-day streak right now for this year. You know, made it halfway through the year. I'm still practicing every day, always trying to get better, and then pick up another language after that.
Yeah, amazing. Are there any other languages that you speak?
Just English, Spanish, and then I fully understand my native tongue, which is Tree. I still need to, you know, use it more so I don't lose it. But it's been a while since I've been to that side of the world. So amazing.
Okay, awesome. So what can we expect next from Vic coming up? Like, what can we be on the lookout for?
Well, given that there's a strike, no, but you know, when the strike is over and I get back to working, I will have a show coming out. You guys will see me playing some cool dude in a scene. I can't say too much about it, of course, but be on the lookout for that. I also have a podcast coming out eventually. Be on the lookout for that as well. Nice,
definitely. Definitely have to check that out. I'll have to be one of your guests on the show. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, and I'm gonna attach all of Victor's information at the bottom of the screen so you guys can follow him and check him out. But my last question before you leave us, if you could leave any future entrepreneurs with any piece of advice or inspiring actors, what would you say?
I would say find your passion, you know, find what you love to do. And if you truly love what you're doing, find a way to make it work, you know. Get creative. No is never really no. Just do whatever it takes, you know, just do whatever it takes. You're not alone. You have all the resources you need around you, friends, family, whatever. Just make it happen, you know. Don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy. That's the key. Don't be lazy. Awesome. Okay, so tell everybody where's the best place to find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Vic_Brew. I'm pretty much just on that and Threads. Old school, 90s guy. So look me up, hit me up, and let's collab. Amazing. And like I said, I will attach all of Vic's information at the bottom of the screen. And that wraps us up today for Daisha Breedlove Presents. And thanks, Vic, again for joining us. And I will see you next week.